we have the current stock market update for NIO Incorporated, stock ticker NIO. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So here we're looking at the 1 hour price chart. That means that each candle here represents a 1 hour trading period. And currently we're starting to see another rollover here after share prices were starting to move higher yesterday. We saw a fairly deep price gap here, and this resistance zone that we were watching previously turns out to be incredibly significant in terms of its ability to contain share prices, to the top side. So, the reason that we were pointing out this region previously, I mean, there were several reasons that this was going to wind up being important. One would be the fact that it was a region of historical resistance, as we can see here. In addition to that, if we're looking at this more recent declining price move, this price movement here, we can see that this level comes into contact almost exactly with the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement zone. And then additionally, we can also see that this 200-hour exponential moving average is coming right into contact with this area. So you do have a very strong confluence of events here. And people that follow my trading method should understand at this point that I do tend to look for a confluence of events, a series of events, not just one simple signal, which is really the major mistake that people wind up making when they're starting to get involved with this type of trading. It's for that reason that I really do recommend that people kind of avoid going off in these directions on their own. We do have a Discord server that is now open, and we have an excellent group of traders there currently. People in every time zone, very active, smart traders that are ready to make decisions and look for trading signals as they develop. So it is very useful. There is a cost to it. It's $29 a month if you go on a monthly basis. It's $21 a month if you go on a yearly basis. So I do recommend considering taking a look at it, because getting involved in a trading community like this can be incredibly useful, and it's also a very good investment because it really can't help to avoid losses, to have outside opinions and things like that. I mean, sometimes the best thing you can do is to ask somebody's opinion when they don't have a position in either direction. I mean, because that's the person that can really take a more objective viewpoint and look at the stock in a much more clear way. So currently what we're seeing here, is a clear, clearly this is a drop from a resistance level. And we're now seeing support zones that have fallen to this price low would now be $5.01. So we'll just write that in here. And this is significant again, because, we're right back into contact with this $5 area. And, I do think that this is going to turn out to be a major price level one way or another. I mean, we are seeing a couple of instances here where the share price has fallen below this region. We have seen some bounces, some small bounces following those areas, but the follow through here has been limited, and this does suggest that these bounces have been very weak. And if we are able to actually see share prices move higher from here, fine. Then you do have a strong support zone right around $5. It's a big round number. It's very easy for the market to remember. Options trades are often parked in those types of areas. So that could be a strong area of support. But the problem with this is that it doesn't really look like it's holding up at the moment. I mean, we are seeing some bounces from here, but we're starting to fail right into some very predictable resistance zones. I mean, we drew this line yesterday, and we had not yet, seen this price failure yesterday. So, it's not that we're fortune tellers. It's not that we're mind readers. It's that we're looking for areas where the highest level of probability exists. So was it more likely that we were going to see a failure here or a breakthrough here? Well, clearly the probabilities here would favor a failure. Doesn't mean it's going to happen every time. Even if something happens 85% of the time, it still means it doesn't happen 15% of the time. So, it's not a guarantee, but it does suggest that, siding with the probabilities is the best method for trading, and it's going to produce the best long-term results if those trading strategies are followed on a regular basis. So, there were also some comments about how The Trump election doesn't really matter as far as this stock is concerned. I found those to be pretty interesting. There were a lot of comments saying things like we don't need the U.S. market and things like that. I assume by we you mean someone who is currently holding the stock, and I just thought that that was such a strange comment because I mean personally, if I'm a company or a shareholder for a company, I wouldn't want any market. I wouldn't want to lose access to any market. I wouldn't care if if it's the Cambodian market. I wouldn't care, even if it's a smaller market. Why would you want to lose access to a market? It just didn't seem like a very strong argument to me. Is it possible that a company can thrive and exist outside of the United States? Sure, absolutely. There are many companies that are like that. But the election of Donald Trump is not a positive news story. And when you start to add negative developments into the share price, I mean, remember the share price knows everything. It knows more than any of us knows. When you start to add a situation like that, like a Donald Trump election, into the equation, it's not a positive; it's a negative. So you can't just expect share prices to just rocket higher when you're seeing negative developments. I mean, why would it work like that? It wouldn't make any sense. So all of these prior ideas are coming out to be accurate and true. We are trading right back into this $5 level. Is there a possibility that share prices move higher from there? Sure. I mean, anything is possible. We have seen some bounces roughly from this region in the past, but as we can see here, those bounces are getting smaller and smaller in size. And if we just sort of zoom out here a bit, the trend here is clear. I mean, we have not seen that 770 level retested. And a lot of people were getting pretty frustrated and angry when I started to turn bearish on the stock. I mean, you have to remember, we were bullish before then, up through this movement here. I mean, do people, I mean, I know a lot of people were watching the videos at that point. I think a lot of these people simply forgot that the outlook was bullish there when the outlook started to change and then it became bearish. And we have to remember, these areas have not been tested. All we're seeing here is a series of lower highs and lower lows. So, all of those projections are turning out to be accurate. And this is why we need to maintain an objective viewpoint here, not looking at this stock dogmatically, saying things like, we don't need the US market. No, you need every possible market you can possibly get. Losing access to a market should weigh on a share price. I mean, it shouldn't send it higher. I mean, why would it send it higher? If anything, it would have to send it lower. So here's the current market update for NIO Incorporated, stock ticker NIO.